pretty important right now.
Apparently people don't like my shirt.
What? How could they not like your shirt?
I don't know. It's a striped shirt with a striped tie. It's an ugly shirt. So I tweeted
No,
ugly shirt.
you
If
know
you
what?
think it's an ugly shirt, go to my Twitter, Forgo Jester. Retweet that ugly shirt.
To be fair, stripes with stripes.
I can take off the tie. Who knows?
You take off your shirt.
I'll
But
put
that
it-
might be a little bit. That might be inappropriate.
Let's keep it PG.
Let's keep it. So, Hot Voltar Trade versus the Crunches. This is our first round of 64. Still best of one, still in Aiguillon, but it is the next stage up. At this point, 64 teams have
Voltar.
already been eliminated.
There's no Voltar.
And there's no Voltar.
It's the hot Voltar train without a Voltar.
Without a Voltar?
It's not even a Genji. Like, you don't even have the poor man Voltar.
Or a Yuri for the other
Yuri.
four-man Voltar. I mean,
No.
it's not even close to Team Heels. It's just...
Heels.
Yeah, Team Heels.
Heels.
You have to say it like hummus.
Yeah.
Can?
My voice box is just not up to it, sir.
Anyway, Team Voltar, Hot Voltar Train versus the Crunches. Sounds like a 50s group.
It kind of does, yeah.
Yeah.
Crunches.
The Crunches. Oh, baby, let's show me the pics.
Yeah, let's just go
Let's
with that.
see what the pics are today.
You're right. It is round of 64, so we have called out already 64 teams. These guys have a win under their belts.
Well, let's see how evenly matched up they are. Their lineups, only one in common. On Hot Voltar Train, we've got the Clunk, the Sentry, and Lone Star. On the
Sentry.
Crunches, we have Coco Nebulon, Lone Star, and Gnau.
You know what? The best thing to come out of Gnau is Papa Gnau.
Papa Gnau.
Yeah,
Except for, did you know that the voice actor who did Papa Gnau was the same person that did Gnau? Just he was sick at the time, which is why they had to change it from a Gnau announcer to Papa Gnau.
I don't care. It's brilliant. I love that voice pack. If you
Me
guys
too.
if you guys don't know about it, you know, there's a whole bunch of different voice packs. You can get the Coco one, which I still don't have because I haven't gotten around to it.
Actually,
Susie,
Hold on.
Papa Gnau, Voltar.
Hold on. Wait a tick. The Crunches are running an Olay makeup.
Yep.
They could go all dots if they wanted to. Even the
They
Lone
could.
Star has dynamite with burning on it.
Yep. Poison, burn, and blaze.
Yep. So do you think we'll see that, or do you think that we'll see a more regular build out of the Lone Star in the
I'm
Coco?
hesitant to call anything after that last match.
Okay, well, allow me to go ahead and put my foot in my mouth.
All right, your turn.
Lone Star is going to go for a typical Lone Star build with dynamite and all that stuff. I don't think he'll go for burning dynamite considering the team makeup he's up against.
Fastest
Coco,
gun in the West.
he'll probably go for either a fastest gun in the West or more of a dynamite bull-centric thing without damage over time.
Okay.
He'll go for something a little bit more basic in that sense. Hot Voltar Train, on the other hand, they are looking for that team fight. So if the Crunches can split push effectively and split Hot Voltar Train up apart, that could work out for them. But Hot Voltar Train, if they get that team fight, if they do get those moments where Black Hole Sun catches everybody, that could be a game-breaking moment right there.
Now, we've seen the Clunk Sentry many times before.
Yeah.
And we haven't really seen that beautiful wombo of the Black Hole Sun into an explode.
Not
haven't
yet.
seen that. Maybe Hot Voltar Train, they're going to bring it to the front.
Let's
We'll have
find
to
out.
find out, yeah.
Let's find out as we start this game. Best of one, Aiguillon. I'm excited to see how this goes on.
Yes, it is still Aiguillon all the way to the 16s where we have map drafting. So get in comfy, guys. We got 4 more games.
Yeah, we got
of
some work
Aiguillon.
to do. So on the red team, we've got Collector's Ed, I guess in addition, playing the Clunk. We've got Luigi playing the Lone Star, and then on the Sentry, we've got Tozar. On the blue team, we got Drift playing the Lone Star. We've got Gna being played by nobody, and we've got Coco being played by Glory to Notocam. I'm just going to call him Glory. So we got Glory and we got Drift, and we've got Blank.
Glory, Blank, and Drift.
Glory, Blank, and Drift. It's like someone forgot to put their name on a test, and you're just kind of sitting there going, well, now what? So as we start,
Somebody got 100% and they didn't sign it.
well, there goes their 100%. That was fairly quick. Where do you, like, right now the teams are kind of bouncing off each other. Nothing really happening in terms of action. Oh, wait, out comes Black Hole Sun, but no follow-up, so Glory's going to end up being perfectly fine. The Red Lone Star down here trying to deal with this Gna. The Gna doing a really good job of just placing Weedlings that apparently are not going down as quickly as they'd like up until now. They've
Using it as a stall tactic.
Yeah, and the stall tactic is working.
Well,
So
yeah,
far.
it's a stall tactic.
Yeah, so far no damage to turrets anywhere, so no one can really complain too loudly.
Now, right now we actually do have Piggy Bank there on the Gna. We have it on the Red Lone Star as well as the Blue. And Trinamite versus nothing on the Red. The Red Lone Star got both abilities and a Piggy Bank. He has to have a good amount of silver in his pocket already. Usually with a Piggy Bank you'll see a 3rd or 4th item depending on what the upgrade is, but he just decided to take it.
Yeah,
Maybe he just did bad on the drop.
Yeah, I
Needed
guess
the
he's
money.
just taking it to go, you know what, I can get a little bit closer to my Trinamite. But I'm not sure if that's a wise idea. Most of the time, if you're going to do a later on piggy bank, you want to do it right when you know the piggy bank is going to give you enough money. Because you can buy that piggy bank anytime. Why risk losing some of that piggy bank solar to a death?
Sentry's so cute when he goes back.
Yeah, he just turns into a little thing. He's just like, I'm going to hide here.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, he picks up a regen on top of his base ability. So another Sentry picking up base abilities out of the gate, something that you have not seen that we haven't seen before a lot. Glory going to just manage the lightning ball there. That was a really well-timed one. Just in the nick of time, just managed to put Collector's Ed out of explode range.
Luigi ticking down.
Really low, but he's going to be fine. The poison damage not quite up to the point where he can kill anybody yet, and he'll pick up that droid, and he'll be fine.
And that's the big question. Will it be the poison damage? Will it be a bit more ward-centric? We don't really have as good a way to clear them this time. I mean, we can throw bulls at them and we can throw the dynamite, but past that, I mean, we don't have the TED with the extra range. We don't have any storm drums here. So the wards could become, just like a big map mechanic in terms of just trying to keep the lanes pushed, use them in these bottom and the top places for the information, use it to block out escape routes as well. But yep, there is some really good advantages here to the poison code. As I said, could be a straight Olay, drip and split spit. Could do some really fun things there with those jump pads.
Yeah, and right now he's just kind of sitting there with base abilities. He's not really giving away anything out of his build or yet, or specializing yet. He's kind of waiting to see how the rest of the enemy team builds their stuff before he starts going to poison damage or something like that. And if he can see that HVT's Sentry, has regen, maybe he'll think about going to something other than poison damage right out of the gate. Aside from that, though, we've got the red Lone Star, Luigi, picking up Trinamite and Boots. No Bull, though, so that's interesting. He can't really save himself if he gets caught in a bad spot, really.
Well, you have to piggy big, I think, for the triple.
Yeah.
So you can get it right off the bat. But yeah, no Bull versus the base abilities here. Not really any kind of big advantages going one way or the other. We're just kind of doing a lot of footsies. I have noticed, though, that red is majority of the time lower on their hit points because of Blaze, because I'm not taking that. Yeah, because of Blaze, because of the poisons as well. They have had to really just eat a lot of creeps to keep themselves current. But, ooh, this could be a great kill, and it is.
So that'll be the first blood coming out there. That was just being cornered, trying to use the bounce pad, and unfortunately a very predictable movement for a Clunk to be able to follow. Not that the explode ended up getting the kill anyway. Now comes in from behind and just gets the rest of the team off of the turret, but the turret already taking a sizable amount of damage, down to about 2/3 of his life. So yeah, that was a really good kill on the Coco, and now Collector's Edition trying to go for a hit on the Gnaw. The Gnaw will be fine, but his Weedlings can't really say the same. Out comes the Bull. It's gonna hit the Clunk a little bit, but
came back in with that node.
Yeah, and he's just gonna end up being perfectly fine too. Does not get hit by the Bull at all, and the red team taking no deaths, but having a couple of people get very, very low anyway. Collector's Edition having to run all the way home.
As I said, I've been seeing red more and more, off to the left. They're recouping, they're getting their hit points back. But now all of a sudden, 2 kills. That was a fantastic teleport back there from Chozar. Used that signal to come back in, caught off the body blocks, and they got themselves another kill, which is just a phenomenal play overall. This could be a setup there for Node, but Collector's Ed can't actually jump through those wards. He's too big.
And a bit slow. He even with boots, he's not doing too bait.
Fantastic.
Oh man, toes are really low. All he's
the black hole sun.
The poison though and the blast are going to be enough to get the kill on him. And Coco now trying to run away as fast as possible.
Gravity's not her friend in this regard.
She'll end up being fine.
Wow. I actually expected the Clunk to kind of just fall on her head and blow her up, but
nope.
Yeah.
No, he's a bit too slow. He had to play catch up.
He doesn't have boots, does he?
No, he does.
Wow.
That's how slow he is.
Jeez.
Yeah.
He just looks so much. Oh, there's the drip spit coming out.
Yep, that came out a lot earlier than it did in the last game. So the spit's going to be used to harass and zone as best as possible.
Yep.
So I guess, yeah, the Gnaw going for a fairly typical spit build, but decided not to go for damage first.
Not yet.
Not yet.
He piggy banked and got himself boots, which is important. I mean, movement speed is the king of any game that you play in this regard. Right now, as I said, they don't really have as good a way to clear out those wards, but man, the sandwiching skills are pretty sweet here from the hot Voltars.
These black holes are spot on every time. They now have access to the gravitation on them, and that's going to be it for Coco. Oh no, Coco just managing to jump out the momentum, able to carry her outside of the black hole just enough to be able to save herself. So really close to another death, but ends up saving herself, and it's going to be 3-1 in favor of HVT for now. But signs of life still coming through on this blue team.
Yes. I mean, they're down a little bit in the solar. That Lone Star is actually starting to rack up a good amount. He does have 36 creeps to his name. We're not farming nearly as strong, though, here on the crunches, which is weird because, again, we do got those wards out there. You'd expect that, but we've been pretty on top of those wards. I mean, they're using the node from Sentry to counter vision the wards. Wards actually do have an upgrade on them.
Yep, he's going for the size Weedlings. So now if the Weedlings stay around long enough, they're a little bit harder to kill.
It has to be a zoning maneuver.
It is a zoning maneuver. It also means that because of the size, they can block off those areas completely. No thin characters can jump through them. Not that the red team has any thin characters. Out comes
Tozar.
Tozar, really well played on that front. Now there's going to be a Lone Star sandwich down here. That was an excellent teleport. And now out comes another sandwich. Not quite, as unfortunately Clunk unable to quite keep the rest of the blue team down in there. And, yep, that's going to be the end of those kills there. Tozar making excellent use of this signal right there.
Twice now he's put it there. Twice now he's gotten those kills.
Yeah.
Very impressive stuff. I'm a little, so I am confused about this size upgrade here on the Weedlings, because they have to be there in order to actually like grow. And so far, you know, red team hasn't really let them live.
Nope, not even close. They've been really on top of killing most of them. There is still one here providing vision, but it's not gonna be super useful for very long if they ever find it.
Yeah, it's too close.
Oh, what are you doing, Coco? Because Tozar knows what to do if the situation presents itself. That could have been an easy gank.
Sentry and Clunk, you're not going to be able to jump past them.
Oh no, not at all. Not even close. Would the Coco be able to kill them if she got sandwiched though? I'm not.
No.
I don't think so. No.
They're a full hit point. She doesn't have any pills. She doesn't have any damage. That's a lie. She has 1 damage.
Yeah. She's going.
But that's on
damage,
ball,
so.
which means it's just going to be a knockback. But there's no knockback upgrade on it, which means she'll still die.
Yeah, which you'd want to avoid that if at all possible.
Okay, so we're starting to build up a nest on the bottom with the ward, with the Weedlings here from the Gnaw. But yeah, bottom's going to have to be where it is because top no longer exists.
Yeah, top going down, so that's the first turret of the game, going down in favor of HVT. This bottom turret sure to follow fairly quickly afterwards should HVT find the opportunity. And the opportunity looks like it might be presenting itself soon. Oh, here's another reason why the size increase on those things might have been okay. They can actually take a couple of hits from droids, so they can actually block out stuff here that you can't just push from the middle and expect to get turret damage onto that onto the bottom turret. Now you actually have to commit some knots to it. And with the really quick regen that those Weedlings have, yeah, you really do have to commit to it.
If we were a bit quicker on that reaction, it would have been an easy kill on Luigi.
Yeah, Luigi may be playing a bit close to the fire, but he ends up not getting burned too badly.
No. 4-1 for the score, 9 minutes in. Still, overall, it's a solar advantage here for the Hot Voltars. They do got that global solar in their pocket. They do have the extra kills. So far, they've been keeping up the pressure really, really well. That explode did hit on top of Node Cam for 750. Tozar just a little too late for that combo. He's actually going to drop because the body blocks were on point here for Tozar.
Absolutely. The body blocks were there, but the greed was real too, and he got bowled by Drift's first excellent bullpen of the game. Oh no, Invis Clunk proving to be the bane of Nodicam, and Glory goes down to an explode. So that was unfortunate. Invisible Clunks are terrifying, particularly when they go into snare bites. So this is the game where the Clunk build that you called came out.
It's just wrong game.
Yeah, wrong game, but
delay
it's okay.
tactics now up here for our Gnaw, but I mean they're literally just delay tactics. They're not really going to be a significant source of distraction, but Drift in the back. Now Drift has been maneuvering to try to get behind people and try to pin them in, but typically he jumps in like way too far away, so they see him coming, and we haven't really seen like a lot of sweet pulls. But I'm liking the mindset. He is using the right mindset if the execution is just a little lacking.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. It's not so bad though, and they can come back from this. Oh wait, out comes the Black Hole Sun. That's gonna be enough to do a lot of damage. But he's gonna end up just barely surviving that particular engagement. Invisible Clunk though, he's looking for something to do, something to kill. He's not going to find it quite yet, though.
I fully expected the Tozar sandwich right there.
I expected the Tozar sandwich, too. He's been doing a really good job of it, too. It's
that's how they got majority of their kills so far. That looks painful.
For him, he ended up missing that explode, and now Nodicam going in for a kill with left clicks, left balls. Is Collector's Head actually going to end up living? Yeah, he's going to
pick up the 500s there.
Yeah, but he's going to leave it for his friends. He's going to leave it for his teammates, and he's going to end up going home instead. Now, Glory needs to get out of there. It's a good thing he didn't go down into that pit area, otherwise he might have been killed. And this bottom turret refusing to take any more damage.
That's burn damage.
Yeah, that is some burn damage. That's weird. Oh, I guess Luigi has. Yep, Luigi does have Incendiary Dynamite.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be extra damage onto turrets. So it doesn't just hit people.
We do have triple dots. Didn't help Glory.
On the wrong team, mind you. The blue team's Lone Star not going for that. He's got Mr. TNT instead. So explosion size, and Yeah, no doubt, no doubt there. So unfortunately, Coco goes down. I didn't quite catch that. Sorry about that. But probably some combination of Luigi and Tozar doing their magic.
Tozar's, I think, is just being bait. He's just like, I'm right here. I have no hit points. There is a clunk up there, but the clunk didn't actually land the damage that he wanted to on top of Na. We saw the self-destruct just on the edge there, but going back up to the top, Luigi and Drift, the blank Na is getting a little too far forward. If he does get caught, he is going to drop.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit harder to catch him now, though. He has a spit with 2 ranks of slow on it, and the slow does apply on all the applications of spit, as far as I understand it. So the drip spit will still slow you as well. You need to be very careful about that.
It's a good pickup.
Yeah, it is a very good pickup. Luigi getting bowled around a little bit. Oh, over here, though, that's the Black Hole Sun into an explode that we were looking for. Notacam going to end up picking up a kill on to...
They killed each other.
Yeah, they killed each other. It was Black Hole Sun into explode. Now, if only they could do that with all 3 of the blue team's members.
It's an insta-win.
That would be an insta lot of money and insta lot of turrets.
Yeah, indeed. Luigi here, it's just, he's a slippery fellow. He's been jumping up a lot. He's been able to just avoid a lot of dots. He's just overall been playing fantastic. Both of our Lone Stars have actually been playing rather well. 7-3 though, hot Voltar train. Looking at the kill distribution and the money distribution, it is fairly even. It is still the red Lone Star leading the way, 1,600 solar to his name. And on the flip side though, it is Na actually leading here for blue with just under 14.
Oh, wow. Lightning Ball managing to stop the sandwich from happening. Luigi maybe now in a bad spot. Or not. Glory now having to run for his life as the incendiary burn going to be enough to force him to Lightning Ball a creep to save his own life. So
no shame in Lightning Balling a creep.
No, there's no shame in Lightning Balling a creep.
You're running away anyway.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
If it could save your life, you do it. So it's not like we're going to judge you.
No, I don't think so. I'm not one to judge. I am not that mean. I am not. I promise you.
Invis there picked up by the falling Coco, but you know, Invis on a Coco with she's
just
rather
ball damage.
Yeah, it is 3 ranks of ball damage, just straight into the ball damage, but that hasn't really helped her very well. She's 1 and 4.
Yeah,
like you need more utility against
1
this
and
comp
4
than
with only
burst.
36 creep kills to her name. She's been having a very difficult time trying to farm.
There we go.
Oh, but in comes a huge amount of damage. Luigi's going to take that to the face, but the Black Hole Sun going to end up doing a lot of cover for him. Now down here, Collector's Edition taking a bunch of damage, ball damage, turret damage. Glory taking a bite to the face. Is probably going to have to get out of there. Now Collector's Edition on the run as Na attempts to chase. And will he be successful in chasing? Nope, Black Hole Sun says otherwise. And now down goes the Na. So a combination of burn damage and an application of blasters.
Oh, good try, Drift, but it's not going to work. He's down 2.
And he goes down to Tozar's left clicks and body blocking next to their turrets. So that's going to be that for now. This bottom turret likely to fall as a result. Luigi not coming to help out his buddy.
Lone Star went top, though.
Yeah, Lone Star went top, but
Tozar's not going to get this. Not by himself.
No, he's not.
That's an interesting decision.
Yeah, that seemed like a bit of an error there. He could have easily gone down there and finished it off.
Putting the sentry top, I could understand. Leaving Luigi down here to push, I could understand. But oh well. C'est la vie. 9-3, a little bit of a missed opportunity. Oh, the Invis Clunk is glory to the node cam.
So yeah, that's going to be the end of that. Glory taking another kill, unfortunately, 1 and 5. Red team moving in, doing their best to just end this as quickly as possible. They're going to take out this bottom turret as well in very short order, I would think, if Luigi would just commit to it.
Well, Luigi is going to have a bullfight there, right there in the jungle, but geez, these explodes are starting to actually rack up. 5-1 now for Collector Zed, and he's really been taking the opportunity to punish blue. If you take a quick look at the items, no pills.
Not a single one yet, and that's the one thing you need against the Clunk who's going for, who's got that burst damage, but he's decided not to go and continue with the burst damage. Look at his build. He's got
doing 750.
He's got fragmentation shells and so AoE on his left click on top of more left click. Oh wow, Notacam taking a lot of damage. He's being chased down. He's going to Tozar in the right place at the right time, but an excellent prediction out of Luigi is going to end up picking up the kill there instead, bringing it to 12-3 for the red team.
Yeah. This is not good for blue whatsoever. The crunches, they have like the right mindset, they have the right ideas, but they're lacking execution and they're not landing these kills. The mobility factor is kind of being nulled out. We have that 1 explode damage there on our Clunk, but the combo is actually hitting more often than it should. With well, more often than we've seen, I should say. You know, these Black Hole Suns have been super on point. The Explodes have started racking up the kills. Tozar's been playing fantastically.
He's been playing out of his mind in this game.
Yeah,
he's been playing excellently well. I haven't seen this good use out of Signal in this tournament yet.
And it's come out strong. Yeah, it's not to detract from the Lone Star at all. It's not to detract from Blue. It's just the execution is just significantly better here for the Hot Voltars.
Yeah. And it also might help that Blue has only just started getting damage on their abilities. Now sporting Poison Spit damage finally on the Gnaw. Finally picking up 2 ranks of that. Incendiary Grenades coming out. So we now do have an Olay build coming out of Team Crunch. And Coco still has basic Blaze, but that's about it. It went for speed and range on her Lightning Ball.
Which is not going to help her live.
No, not in the least.
Oh, the Black Hole Sun and the Explode.
Yep, that's going to be the end of that. Bull coming up, but it's not going to be enough as Drift takes a lot of damage. Tozar puts down a signal there to catch anybody because it's too close.
Nope.
And oh,
not even close.
Teleporting too close to the sun. Luigi's going to pick up the kill there. Now it's just Tozar. Tozar's just barely going to miss the Gnaw. That would have been an easy kill otherwise.
Nah, I don't think that would have been a kill.
I don't know.
There's nothing to follow up. Luigi is nowhere and Clunk went home.
Yeah, but that is a lot of left-click damage coming out of that Sentry. He's picked up all 3 ranks of damage, attack speed, and he's got the life of the Photon Mines as well. So look at this. It's a minefield.
It is.
Up here. It's a lot of damage if you run into that.
I mean, Sentry just by himself, he can clear he can clear 2 lanes at once almost.
Yep, he can clear 2 lanes at once, and also if he just puts enough in one spot and then Black Hole Suns that one spot, that's going to be a lot of damage. Although, look at this poison damage. That's going to be enough to kill off one member of the HVT, and then the other member of HVT going to just try to shield to save himself, and it's going to be just enough.
Wow.
So he's going to end up living, although just
Tozar also has double regen as well.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it for Coco? It is.
Yeah, it's going to be Coco down to a Black Hole Sun, and in comes Crunch. Crunch saying, you know what, I'm going to try my best to do some damage. Now Tozar and Luigi.
He doesn't have Explode.
They're going to be fine. Yeah.
He doesn't have Bouncy Dynamite either.
Nope.
He went Size, Try, and Incendiary.
Yeah, which is you know, a perfectly viable build. It allows you to kind of hit behind the turret with a lot of your damage. It's a powerful way of doing things. It makes it a lot easier to land your dynamite safely on as many people as possible.
Which is true, but it wasn't going to yield him any kind of kills in that context.
No, not at all.
No. 16-4, 20 minutes in. Definitely a red advantage. I mean, there's no real way to pretty that up. But we did get some kills there from Blue, and that's a much-needed solar. But catching 2 of them in that Black Hole Sun, if the Explode had just landed right there, I think that would have been game.
Yeah, it would have been. And right, oh, wow, Luigi coming in from behind. That's going to be enough to get at least 1 kill now. Luigi in a rough spot.
The bull.
Sort of.
Wow.
Wow, yeah, no, he ends up being perfectly fine as he gets out of there.
Glory Dogcam's still there.
Yeah, Glory Dogcam is still there, but he's been having a really rough game. It's been 1-8 for them, for Coco in particular. And oh wow, everybody gets pulled into the mines. Lots of damage coming out. Tozar picking up another kill.
Tozar just jumping on place.
Yeah.
He's jumping for joy because this is likely over at this point. There's only one defender. It's the Gnaw. Those Weedlings are not going to be helping you out, buddy, and that is going to be the core. Hot Voltar train will move on to the round of 32.
In a very commanding fashion, mind you. And what was really cool to see about that was not only was Tozar playing extremely well, using the basic abilities to their fullest potential, but on top of that, his left click, he made it so that way he could place a lot of mines in a small area, and then, like, in an area where he knew people would have to be close to in order to defend it, and then he'd use Black Hole Sun to suck everybody into his mines. Lots of damage all at once, and then the Clunk would come in, or Luigi would come in and just wipe it up. So, like, what went wrong there in terms of the execution out of Blue Team, do you think?
Bulls didn't hit at the right time. We had this massive ball damage build from Coco, but very little did it actually seem to phase the big hit points on Clunk, the big hit points on Sentry.
And doesn't help with farm anymore either.
Yeah, it didn't. She had the lowest creep score in the game.
Yep.
So, yeah, the problem with this is she focused on the ball build, and she focused on trying to get kills. She got 1. She died 9 times. There was no creep farming to back up for the money. She was 1,200 solar compared to the 2,700 of the enemy Lone Star. I mean, she didn't farm, she didn't get the kills, and she didn't spec into utility. There's no blaze, there's no slows, there's no hit points, there's no regens. It's just ball, 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 ball.
And unfortunately, that made it was hard to farm with it. The upgrades to the damage didn't net the kills. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's just basic 400. Even if you have maxed upgrade damage on ball, like you can't kill creeps with it nearly as easily as you can kill players.
This
and
is actually
player kills didn't end up happening. So
really good example of why you don't see ball builds first. That's why we're seeing more and more hands. Because
Yeah.
the farming potential,
Hands
the kill
and blaze.
potential, it's significantly more. And it's a better tool from coming back from behind.
yeah.
You go max ball damage with nothing else from behind, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and the other thing to keep in mind is the balanced Clunk build. But what I thought was also interesting was how he worked with Tozar.
Yep. They worked
the
well.
Sentry. Yeah, well, the
I'm giving big
fragmentation
props
shells-
to Tozar. I think he's the best Sentry that we've
Yeah.
seen on stream.
Yeah, he was the centerpiece of that team. Without those black holes landing as often as they did, the fragmentation shells wouldn't have made as much sense. They made a lot of sense in that case because you would suck a lot of people in there, and every time a missile hit, it hit everybody. The damage that you would do in a team, and in a fight because of that was multiplied by a lot. Like AOE is best when it hits multiple people. Go
course.
figure. It's the point of
Yeah.
AOE. But when you can guarantee that there are a lot of people are going to be in a small clumped up area,
Yep.
frag shells not a bad way to go.
So that was a very good execution of the Wombo. The explode and the shells into minefields and black hole suns. But we also saw really good use of the teleport beacon.
Oh my gosh.
That got a lot. That got
That
I think
was-
4 kills just by themselves because they created the sandwich scenarios.
Yeah,
big models in small hallways.
Yeah, and
can't
it
jump around
was
them.
well. Even if it was just Luigi and Tozar, like if it was Lone Star and the Sentry, it would still work out fine because Lone Star's just tall enough that it would be hard for anybody but the Gnaw to get out, and even then, with a couple of jumps, and you can usually block the Gnaw anyway. And we didn't. I didn't see a single bad black hole sun.
There's a few that missed, but overall it was
Good attempts.
insignificant.
Yeah, insignificant ones and all that stuff. So anyway,
Yeah.
that'll be it
Good stuff.
for team. For
Hot Voltar train moves on.
Hot Volta train moves
The
on.
crunches do not. They're
Unfortunately,
going to go back
yeah.
to their singing career
Yeah.
in the 80s.
Boom, boom, boom.
And we're going to move on to our second round of 64. But first, let's tell the lovely viewers what exactly these guys are playing for, because this is the biggest prize pool in Awesome Mod history, and with over $5,000 of cash and prizes, all powered by Ronimo Games and Alienware.
What,
It's
5,000?
Over 5,000. Yep. 5,600 something. I think 85, 66. That's a number that sticks out to me. But over $5,000 prize pool. First place takes home cash and the Alienware Alphas, and that is the Alienware Alpha right there. You're thinking about what is that sexy looking
I want
little
one.
console? That is it.
I want it.
It's coming out, or it is out. It's a significantly cheaper option than these bigger gaming PCs that people put together, and it runs Steam, hooks up to your computer, takes all your controllers. It's amazing. It's a beautiful little box.
I want one.
I know you do, but we're not playing. We're commentating. We don't get one at all. 15
No.
copies, though, of Awesome Mods and 3 skin bundles for everybody, 1st to 8th. And we are looking for our last 2 teams to join people here, to go for this cash, to go for these Awesome Mods. But, even if you do play, you lose first round, you don't go home empty-handed. Not only did you play a tournament realm, you also get yourself a teddy bear A-list skin. So
So cute.
courtesy of Ronimo Games right there. So everyone that plays in the qualifiers gets that. The top 8, we are looking for 7 and 8 to join us to go head-to-head up against teams like Leg, teams like All-Star. And yeah, it's a good time. We're here in Qualifier 4. We've done 3 of these. Qualifiers 1 to 3 were fantastic. Yesterday was absolutely phenomenal. Today is shaping up to be just as good. And when we return, our second round of 64 match will be here on Aguilon, best of 1, the ugly shirt and the beautiful beard. We'll be right back.